first off, what do you think of the mop? Does it look all right? Should I grow it out? Should I go shorter? Does it look like shit? Please let me know. I wasn't going to film today, but because this breaker was tripping, just thought it was gonna be something simple, but I get here and it's still on and the system was running. So let's dive in and see what's going on. Got a little lizard in there, little gizzard. We'll check this capacitor. We'll check the windings on the compressor as well. Let's start with some electrical stuff here. This gauge wire look a little small. All right, amps on. Got 16 on the common. Let's check our fan. .2 on the fan. Alright, compressor. Rocking at 28 and we're at 15. The fan's 1.4, so that's looking Gucci Poochie. We'll also check these connections. Maybe this guy here had something to do with it. It's a little charred up, and he's softer. He hadn't been there for a while. And then we have this frog up here, so maybe, just maybe. This is a 47.5er. Just have that phone at the ready for documentation. Document. All right, is that the 39? So that's nice. 7.5. That's nice. Another thing we'll end up checking in here is if there's any kind of wire rub outs. It all looks pretty tight. We'll check that compressor harness going down over that suction line, but usually you'd see it. Make sure they're nice and tight, good friction fit. Nice, tight. All right, so we got a compressor here, here. We'll ohm these out. I should have just kept that off. And here. All right, I'm gonna go grab my little gator leads for this. I just find it a little bit easier. Keeps that resistance kind of dialed in when ohming things out. Maybe not. Here's one. Where the hell did you go, big dog? Oh, I got two blacks, that's fine. Yeah, these just make a nice, better connection when you're going to check your windings. Doesn't start bouncing all around when you're trying to keep a nice, tight, secure connection. So I like to use these little gators. They're calling me daddy, daddy. Primarily, you want to check this right at the, it always fucking happens, the damn landscapers. You primarily do always want to check at the head on the compressor, but, without going all the way in. All right. Still on microfarads, let's put it on ohms. All right, we're good, we're beeping. All right, we're going to our start and our common. We got 1.9. See how it just keeps it a little bit more consistent. 1.9. And then this is going to be our highest. 1.9, 2.3 for now. All right. 1.9 plus 0.57, 247, and we're reading 2.28, I believe. A little off there. Obviously, what I'm going to do is get inside here. We're going to check directly at the the compressor terminals. This is what we gotta do these days. Good thing I've been stretching. So for perspective, again, I say this a lot. I'm about 5'10" with these boots on. I'm about 6 foot, okay? I'm like 5'10 and a half without them. 200 pounds. So that just lets you know how tall this unit is. I guess it's probably about 48 inches tall, maybe. That math, and that math. So let's get down here and go directly at the compressor itself and get a picture of your model. Get a picture of your model and serial number. That way you have that. Got a little bit of some nasties there, a little bit of maybe corrosion. Yeah, getting inside of there. The seal wasn't too good on that compressor. So you look there, you can see there's clear markings for what it is. So this is our common, our start, and our run. So just like so. So we're gonna go to our common, and then we'll go to our start. And before we had 2.28. No, sorry, we had 1.9, right? So right here, got about little bouncy 1.87, and then we're gonna go to our run, and we have about 0.6. All right, we're gonna get inside of this. So we got 0.6 plus 1.87, 2.47. All right, and now if we go to, that's what we should be at here. But we're, yeah, it's the same numbers. We're still getting the same numbers there. It's because I kind of rounded up there. Let me get out of here real quick. God. Let's see if there's any moisture getting in there, because that's another thing. It is wet. Like this whole seal on this terminal got some moisture in it. Inspect these wires, make sure there's no like rub outs. You want to feel these wires, but see, they do a good job keeping them off. This one, except here. Anything, trying to see if there's any like rubs from here to there, not seeing anything. So these all look pretty good and intact there. You can also check this motor. We can put all this crap back. This doesn't get all messed up. Opposite leg there. $64.9, 96.5, 31.9. Plus 64.89, yeah. Everything else is hooked up. I'll pop this little panel off here. Pretty one thing I'll say, they're using aluminum conductors coming, so I got that in there. I'm gonna get some zip ties. This thing is all checking out. It is all. Like, it's the worst spot to put a stupid ass drain line. Zip ties. And I'll button this all up. I don't see any rub outs. We'll make sure that these are nice and tight. Got a little turn on that. Little turn on that. You know, that could be a little. These were good and tight all the way through, all the way at the top. These are all nice, good and tight. Let's see. Let's check this right quick. I'll just go through these basic SOPs, man. That's in the range. I like to go like 10 to 20 if it's pretty close and this is a consistent issue where like fuses or transformers are popping. It's like 18, 19. I'll call this contactor a fail point, but right now looks good. Heard it kick on. 243. 243. 243. 243. 120. 120. Those windings on that compressor seem fine to me.
me about this compressor?
All the contacts are good. The ohms seem okay. I just know you're the mega ohm expert. I mean, I'm gonna go to the panel and just throw my thermal on it real quick and see.
That goes to ground.
So our conversation might make it. Say hi to the YouTubes there, bro.
Y'all are listening to the one and only, famous
I would.
HVAC guy.
I would. Hey, settle down, settle down. It's my channel. Let's turn this back on. Yeah, no, it hasn't been like, I guess, terrible. I mean, it's been hot for sure.
Yeah.
I guess we're just out in it all the time. You know what I mean? We're just used to it.
Oh, yeah. I think it's people that lived here forever and live in air conditioning or their car. They step outside. Oh my God! It's so
Yeah. You're like,
why do I live in Florida? You lived here 50 years.
look.
Still saying that?
Check that out.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
It is running warm by a lot.
Yeah. Well, there's our problem, bud. And even all these joints are running pretty toasty. Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah, she's running a little on the. I think it was the highest was max over there is 175.
It's running 175. Oh my God! That has never been that high.
All right, so the camera died right when I was inspecting that breaker. Hopefully I picked that up there. The breaker was running at a highest point of 174. So there's our problem. I called Kurt because Kurt has mentioned in previous videos that these compressors will trip to mega ohms to ground or whatever, and I know the comment section usually heats up and they're like, ain't no way, brother, I ain't doing it, right? So I wanted to just get his perspective because, you know, I checked everything and there was nothing there. I was literally going to check the breaker as the last resort, just go ahead and get a little inspection on it because that's the last resort to the high voltage, and pulled out the thermal and that bad boy was running. Even the neighbor who let me in because these people were on vacation said he checked the breaker. He's a handyman, so he knows what to look for. He was touching it. He's like, was never hot, but he obviously touched it after that. He's like, oh yeah. So we're gonna send a quote to do a breaker if he wants us to move forward with the breaker. Even his neighbor could probably do it realistically, but yeah, this one was just kind of getting me going up until the end, and at least we found what the problem was because the system was running flawlessly. So that's where we are. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Got a little something out of it, and hopefully you can just know what to look for, when to look for it. And yeah, if you could, smash that like button. Consider subscribing. All of my subscribers, y'all already know. I appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Later.